Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Bruins offense is on the field for the first time today. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
Going for a big play right off the bat. And he's got it inside the 25. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Bruins in the hurry up. Off the play fake. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, no change in the score. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
A loss of 9 on the play.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to pass. It's Wolf. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's taking the shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Gets it to the back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And And that is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Right back to him on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Wolf. Coming after, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
Snags it over the middle. Makes the catch and knocked down. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Bruins will hustle to the line. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up. They got it. It's blocked. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking downfield, it's Wolf. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. It's a draw. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Wants to return it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah,
Going to take a shot at this DB. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. Got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy right now is doing just that.
Trying to find his man on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. They finally make the stop, but he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his man. It's Winston. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Trying to get to him. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Good, right down the boulevard. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. San Diego State is on top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Faulk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over UConn. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And works it to the 40-yard line. That will be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. To the air, it's Wolf. Unloads it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself, do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Puts him in the spin cycle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Feeling some heat. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Might be looking to run. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football, baby.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They
trying to burn this defensive back. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Wolf. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the pass is intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Brings up second down.
On second down, just keeps firing. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Hauls it in at the 25. He's brought down, but a real solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wants to throw. Time to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Wolf. They're trying to get to it. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big...
And the pass hits, picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away.
And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. He smashes his way through again. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Power football with the run. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll put the tight end in motion. They believe they can run right here. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Offense facing fourth down.
The give and the run on 4th down. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced. A offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
On second down, looking again to throw. Flips it out in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Forced out of the pocket. On the move at the 30. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for space to the left. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Looking for a crease to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Clemson jumps to the line. Try to get it on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. No huddle, offense to the line.
In the 4th inches, man, I'm going for it no matter where I'm at in the field. If I'm in scoring range, if I'm in the red zone, if I'm on the 1, I'm going for it. I have to be able to get inches in these situations. Nice job by the offense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The hand to the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Off play action. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! And the beatdown has ensued. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA will go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Makes the grab on the left. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Getting some heat. Dances away. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's Wolf. They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack. Clemson is quick to the line.
Coming up, 4th down.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
UCLA, 3.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop. Ball back. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. Finds his target down the middle.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
How about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, man.
Fresh legs, man. It is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Looking to move it through the air. Get it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup. Leaves them in second and manageable.
And when you run screens, it's important that your quarterback buy time, so you can get those linemen out in front and try to really set up the screen. He bought time to the last possible minute, took it on the kisser.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Listen, I know you don't want to run your quarterback every play, but when you got a guy that can scoot like that, bro, you got to give him the football. You got to give him opportunities, just not too many.
And it is so tempting, especially if you feel like you need a big play and you know he can get it for you.
Yep, and I think that's why you tell him to protect himself. End of runs, slide, get down, don't take those big hits.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
How about the offense? The offense goes with the run on 3rd and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the only time it's okay to stretch the ball out and fumble the football is on 4th down and short. It's on 4th down and goal. When you have to lay out and you have to reach that football, you could tell he was trying to maybe reach that football, coughed it up. Defense forces the fumble, gets the stop on 4th down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
2nd down coming up.
2nd down coming up.
He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. Pressure coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Swings it out to the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Got his man. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Burns. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. That's a 20. He's got space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. 1st down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. He's going to take off. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Here's a throw downfield late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah.